from the home state of our nominee, the great state of Arizona.
A delegate from Senator John McCain's state formally opened the convention's first day, a day that party leaders such as Chairman Mike Duncan said would focus on storm victims and not politics.
We're going to match our words with action.
Delegates were asked to send money by text message on their cell phones. Hours before this session, Hurricane Gustav roared into Louisiana from the Gulf of Mexico, close to New Orleans, which was devastated by Hurricane Katrina just over 3 years ago. U.S. President George Bush was blamed for the federal government's slow response then. In Minneapolis, First Lady Laura Bush and the candidate's wife, Cindy McCain, appeared at the podium. They were the only prominent speakers to address the shortened session. Mr. Bush had canceled his appearance. The wives appealed for hurricane assistance.
And our first priority now, today, is to ensure the safety and the well-being of those living in the Gulf Coast region.
This is a time when we take off our Republican hats and put on our American hats.
4 of the 5 Gulf Coast state governors, all Republicans, were beamed in by videotape. All had planned to attend. In downtown St. Paul, Florida delegates in identical shirts spent some time sightseeing, but they had canceled some traditional festivities, such as the day's party. Delegate Bill Bunting says Republicans will do their share of partying, but will be respectful.
I just don't think we should do an overkill when people are out there suffering, and if we can help them in some small way, and I think our message will get out there.
In their big Western-style hats, Texans enjoyed a light moment at their hotel, but some delegates say they traveled here not knowing at the time if the storm would veer toward their homes.
I know for myself, I put all of my valuables on the sofa and high places because my house does flood.
On the streets, several thousand protesters marched from the Minneapolis state capitol to the convention site. Most were protesting the war in Iraq. But inside the convention hall, there was no discussion of the war or other issues. Republican conventioneers conducted only essential party business. And a delegate from Louisiana, Jay Katz, said she appreciated the focus on hurricane victims.
It means a lot to our heart. You remember, it's only been 36 months since Katrina and Rita hit, and we were devastated, and there's no other way to say it.
Party leaders have said they are optimistic the convention will return to its normal schedule later in the week. Jim Fry, VOA News, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Under the procedures of each state, as defined in Rule 27